you ever feel like the world is stacked against you? Like every step forward is met with a force pulling you 10 steps back? I know how that feels. I've been there. I've stood in the middle of a storm, feeling small, lost, and unworthy. For so long, I believed the lies that whispered to me in the darkest corners of my mind. You are not enough. You will never be enough. And maybe you've heard them too. But let me tell you something. Those words, they are not the voice of God. They are not the truth of who you are. When I was at my lowest, I reached out, desperate, broken, searching for meaning in the emptiness. And do you know what I found? A love so vast, so eternal, that it held me when I couldn't hold myself. It was the love of God, the one who had never stopped seeing me, even when I couldn't bear to see myself. And through him, I realized something life-changing. You are worth it. Not because of what you do, not because of who you've been, but because of who you are, a child of the Creator. Do you hear me? You are worth it, even when everything around you screams otherwise. When the world tells you to give up, when life throws its hardest punches, when the weight of your struggles feels too heavy to bear, that is when you must remember who you belong to. You belong to a God who breathes life into the stars, who paints the skies with colors at dawn and dusk, who created you with purpose, intention, and love. He didn't make a mistake with you. No. He looked at you and said, "This one is mine." I used to think my hardships were punishments, like I'd been abandoned in the wilderness with no way out. But what I learned, the hardest moments in life aren't punishments. They're seeds. Seeds planted deep within us, waiting for us to nurture them. And when you care for those seeds with patience and faith, they grow into the strongest roots. They grow into the kind of resilience that no storm can uproot. Your pain is not your end. It's a beginning. Do you see it? Even now, even in the middle of what feels like chaos, there is a seed inside you. And that seed will bloom if you believe. Believing in yourself isn't easy, is it? Especially when the world is so quick to tear us down. But here's the thing. God believes in you. He sees something in you that you can't always see in yourself. So why not choose to see yourself through His eyes? Why not believe as strongly in yourself as you believe in Him? He created you. He knows your worth. And if you trust Him, if you trust His vision for your life, you'll begin to see it too. You'll begin to see that you are capable. You are loved. You are enough. Take a moment. Breathe in these words. You are enough. Not because you've proven it to anyone, not because you've checked off some list of achievements, but because you exist. And your existence is a miracle. Yes, your life is a miracle. Think about it. Every breath you take is a testament to the God who made you, who sustains you, who walks beside you, even when the road feels too lonely to bear. And let me tell you, friend, your connection with God, it's your lifeline. It's your anchor in the storm, your compass when you're lost. Strengthening that connection isn't just important, it's everything. Pray when you feel like you're breaking. Sing when you feel silenced by the world. Speak to Him when you feel unheard. He's there, always, waiting for you to let Him in. And the more you lean into Him, the more you'll see you are never alone. His love is a light that cuts through the darkest nights. I know life doesn't always make sense. I know the pain can feel endless, the questions unanswerable. But hear me when I say this. Your story isn't over. This chapter, this pain, this struggle, it's not the conclusion. It's a turning point. And every turning point begins with a choice. The choice to believe in God, yes, but also to believe in yourself, because He does. And when you align your heart with His, you'll find a strength you never knew existed. You'll find hope in the hopeless, peace in the chaos, joy in the morning. Can you feel it? That stirring in your soul? That's God reminding you of who you are. That's Him whispering, "You're loved, you're cherished, you're mine." So hold your head high even when it's hard. Keep going even when you're tired. And most importantly, never stop believing. Believe in the God who created you, in the love that holds you, and in the purpose that drives you. You have a purpose even when you can't see it, even when you doubt it. Your life matters. Your journey matters. You matter. And if you're still doubting, if you're still wondering whether you're enough, let me leave you with this. Jesus thought you were worth everything. He gave it all for you. He looked at your life, your struggles, your pain, and said, this one is worth it. So how could you ever be anything less? How could you not believe in the infinite value He's placed on your heart? Now, as we close this time together, I want to invite you to share this message, not just for yourself, but for someone who needs it, or someone who's standing in their own storm, wondering if they're worth it. Let's be the voice of hope, the light in someone's darkness, the reminder that they are loved beyond measure. Share this with them. Remind them of the truth. You are worth it, because for God, for Jesus, you will always be worth it, always.